What's up? Welcome to the Stat Guy Show, episode number 61. Joining me tonight is the Stat Guy Hard Charger of the Year, Mr. Clay Cole. How you doing, man?
Good. How are you, brother?
Good, man. Thanks for coming on. Appreciate you as always. This is your second time on the show, so I'm glad we got to link up again and do this. So what's going on, man? Let's talk. Let's get right into it. Let's talk about status of the overdose Camaro. Now, I got a picture here. This was from a little while ago. I hope it still don't look like this. I hope there's got some more work done to it. But what's the current status of it, and are you getting ready for the season?
Oh yeah, no. We are currently ready to rock.
Nice.
Hoping for some rules to drop to see which blower we're going to use. And obviously today they released the first race, which is great. But no, we are ready to bring it out there this year and give her hell.
Hell yeah, man. You brought up the waiting on the rules. So I was going to ask you, obviously you ran Pro Charger last year. I was going to ask you if you have the option, if you're going to maybe run something else based on the rules that come out. So I was going to ask, do you have that second option or third option if you need to?
Absolutely. There's always options on the table. Pro Charger, these guys are right here next to me, so it's hard to not do anything with them. But if there's a rule break that just makes it to where we can't compete, which I really doubt, then yeah, we'll have to go to another option. But I foresee a Pro Charger on my car this season. So
Hell yeah, man. That's good, man. I know there was a lot last year, and y'all did really well with them. So I figure the rules probably won't. They never change too much. You know what I mean? Never really. It's not like it's a drastic change. So I'm sure Pro Charger will be fine again for this year. You brought up the first race being released today. We got to see that. The first race is at Maple Grove,
yeah,
April 19th and the 20th. You guys they pretty much race at Maple Grove every year. But I was going to ask you what. That's not that too long away now. It's only like just like 6 weeks, something like that away, 7 weeks away. Are you like actually ready? What do you got to do yet? I'm sure you got to go probably test before that
yeah,
race.
yeah. We need to go test. Again, we need the rules, but we need to go test. So, and the weather here now where we're at is just beautiful. So, the quicker we can get some rules, the better off we are. So we can go test, see what we're doing, make sure we're not making no converter or stator changes, and go from there.
Yeah. So and you're in Missouri, right, Clay?
Yeah, yeah. Joplin,
Yeah.
Missouri. Yep.
How's the weather there right now?
Man, it's
Good.
beautiful. It's like 72 degrees out there, and it's
Oh
amazing.
man,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. So
That's
it's
good. Yeah,
beautiful,
that's
beautiful racing weather. So
when you test. I mean, I don't know where, but you don't have to tell me where. But like, do you test around the area? Do you try to go to one of the tracks that's a good for testing? Where do you usually test at?
So I'll just tell you, we tested Tulsa, one of the better
Okay.
tracks around here, and then we got a local track here, Mocan, Dragway. We'll probably do some testing there this year as well. So because it's 3 miles from my house. So
Oh, nice. That's real nice. Yeah, hell yeah.
yeah,
Um, so we saw that we brought up the date, the schedule being the first race, the schedule being released today. And without like giving it all away, there's a lot of blurred lines on there. And if you add up all the blurred lines, it looks like 15 races at least for this season. Which we had 15 races last year overall. Are you are you prepared for that again? I mean, last year was your first year. I think you were at all the races, right, or most of the races.
yeah. I
But are
missed
you
I missed two. Yeah.
two? Okay, that's what I thought it was. But are you prepared for another whole grueling, long MPK season again?
I don't know if anybody can ever be fully prepared for a full season like that. Just because there's so many variables and unknowns that goes into it. You don't know what you're going to break, what's going to happen with the car. Learned a lot last year. Very thankful for last season. I know now what we need to do moving forward to be better in our program. And but it's a long, grueling season. Very expensive season. Um,
Yeah,
to say the least. But
yeah,
yeah, we're prepared to run another 15 or 20 races, whatever they end up throwing out there at us.
nice. So you brought up, we haven't seen any rules yet. And you have options when it comes to the rules, what you want to do. Are there any other changes that now you raced the whole season now in No Prep Kings? I'm sure you learned a lot of do's and don'ts and how the whole circuit works and everything like that. Have you made any other like large changes to your race program in general?
Yeah, so I learned a lot of stuff to just keep to myself instead
Gotcha.
of sharing it publicly.
Yeah, I hear you.
That way, you slip up, you say something, and then everybody else is on that bandwagon there immediately. So
Right,
keep
for
a lot
sure.
of stuff to yourself and just, test, and keep those results to yourself. So,
Yeah, yeah. No, it's funny you brought that up because this season now they've been talking about how it's going to be all the trailer for this season, the upcoming season was no more teams, all about individual. So you think
yeah,
about talk about keeping stuff to yourself. This will be the season to keep your your info
yeah,
to yourself while
absolutely.
you're out.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I divulged some information last year that probably hurt me in the end goal, but at the end of the day, I learned my lesson. I know to trust and not trust, and we'll go from there. Being where I'm from, it's a small town. You just trust everybody, take them for their word, and their word, what it is. But not so much in that racing series there. They'll
Cutthroat,
take it,
yeah,
yeah, they'll take it and use it against you. So, which is
for sure.
rightfully so. I mean, that's what we're
Yeah,
doing. We're all competing. So just don't give them the stone to sharpen their knife with. So
right. Yeah, no kidding. Um, and it looks like season 6 now. So season 7 is going to start in April, and season 6 last year is actually going to air on TV now, starting in April. This will be your first time on TV, seeing yourself on TV. Are you nervous? Have you been thinking about that now that we have a date of when it's going to air? Are you thinking about how you might be portrayed? What
yeah.
what you said in interviews, what you said to people? Have you been thinking
Oh,
about that at all?
yeah. I can't tell you how much I've been thinking about that because it's like, what did I say exactly after that moment? So, and I don't know if they're going to portray me as good, bad, or in between. I have no clue. I guess we'll just have to see how it comes out. And those that really truly know me, they know my personality, so they know what I am. But for
Right.
those that are just watching, it's easy for them to just pick a side and just roll with that and carry that against you, having not ever met you. So,
Right,
and
for sure.
and that sucks for people because a lot of those guys on that show are stand-up people, but to the public, they're like, "Oh, he looks like a bad dude on there." I'm like, "No, he's a good one." So,
Yeah.
but
Right. Oh yeah. No, I trust me. I talking to close friends and stuff about after I meet all you guys and I've been around you guys most of the season. Like, yeah, I there's certain guys who get portrayed a certain way on the show, and I'm like, actually, in real life, he's actually a really nice, really nice person. You know, what I mean, he's
yeah,
just a character on the show, I guess, but in real life, he's actually cool. So, um, and I'm guessing we're gonna see like a transformation. I'm just gonna guess because I'm sure that probably was the first time you've been doing like TV interviews and getting asked
yeah.
questions and stuff like that. I'm sure. I mean, did you get more comfortable as the season went on and as you kept doing interviews week after week?
Yeah, I think it becomes repetitious, in my opinion. After that, you get used to the role. After a pass, you're going to have to make an interview. Before a pass, you're going to take an interview, and just it becomes normal at some sense, and then you just roll.
Mhm.
I was more worried about my racing and my car
Yeah.
than I was about that side of it. So uh,
Right.
I was always trying to figure out what could make the program better and make the car faster, and how to win the next round. So.
Yeah. Well, you definitely were fast last year, and we'll get into all that in a minute. I did want to touch on the rules again one more time. Um, do you, in your opinion, because you ran Pro Charger all year, and obviously we know all about the 136 and everything about that. Do you think there should be any changes to the combinations this year for season 7?
If I was to make the rules, this is just me speaking. I'm going to get a lot of backlash for this. I know it already. I'd put 50 on the 136. I'd pull 50 off the 140, and I'd let the screws 92, not 98. And then I
Okay.
think that's a pretty even paced, even field at that point. That's just my opinion. So
Now the 136 was that 100 pounds lighter than the 140 last year?
it was correct. So I would put
So
50
then
on
50 and
that.
50 would be equal then, you think? Keep
Yeah,
them at the same
between
weight.
the two chargers. Yep. So
Yeah. Okay. Get some comments. Nate, I don't. Can you see the comments, Clay?
I don't even know how to turn that on, bro. I can try.
Are you
It'll probably
are
leave
you
me.
on your phone? You're on your phone.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
you should
here
be
we
able.
go.
It should be like,
Chat.
yeah.
Oh
Now you're not.
snap.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
It's funny. Nate Sailor had a comment calling you a dirty whore.
Oh boy. Yeah, he
Yeah.
doesn't like me at all right now. I know he doesn't. Yeah, we need 100 pounds off the 136 for sure.
Yeah,
There
right.
you go,
That's what you're
Nate.
supposed to say, Clay. Yeah. There
Yeah,
you go.
200 pounds off the 136, 400 off the 140, and the screws are limited to 70% overdrive. So
There you go. Should make for a good season.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
funny.
Listen to them all cry all year. So
Yeah. I mean, that's normal for. I mean, it was 2 years ago. It was the opposite. Everybody was not everybody, but a lot of people were talking about how the screw blowers were, the that was the combination to have. You had
right.
Howe at the end of the year, Odom doing well, like Swanstrom. Everybody was doing well with the screw blowers 2 years ago. Now this year was Pro Charger. You know what I mean? It switches every
Yeah.
year. It's just try to get the rules as close as possible to fair. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, yeah, it is what it is. But I think it's close. I really do think it's close.
Yeah.
But so let's get into the season. Let's talk about your 2023 season, Clay. Last time I had you on was during the No Prep Kings break. So it was like, I think it was August, early August. It was before the Tulsa race. You hadn't raced in your first invitational yet. And I don't even think you were on a team yet. I don't believe. Talk about how it was waiting to get on the team. How it was to be finally picked up by Kai.
So originally I got picked up by Mike Murillo. A lot of people don't know that, but I got picked up by Mike Murillo and then was traded. Obviously, I think it was the same night that I got picked up. And Kai messaged us on Facebook. I didn't really believe it was Kai. I just figured it was like some kind of spam or something. So we ignored it for a little while, and then finally he messaged his number over, and I ended up calling him. He's like, "Yeah, you're on my team." I was like, "Oh, cool. That'll work." So no, it worked out pretty good. It was a humbling experience to be able to be picked up on that team and then be able to race with those guys after that. But it made me want to make my program better, because I had more to race for at that point than just me. So we had an end goal at the end of it.
I'm sorry, I was getting a call. I didn't mute my thing, but yeah. And then obviously, so you were picked up, and then your first race, I believe, was first invitation. I think was Idaho, I believe, or was it Tulsa?
The first
Tulsa. It was
invitational was Tulsa. Yeah, Tulsa. Yep.
your Idaho. I think was your first final. Yeah, I think that's why I was thinking about Idaho. But obviously, or Colorado was your first one. I'm sorry, I'm so distracted right now.
Idaho. If I hadn't red, I would have went to the semifinals in Idaho, but I went red against Odom. So
gotcha. And the Colorado was the one where you went to the finals. And I mean, as you're talking only 3 races, basically 3 invitational races, and you're already in the finals. How did that make you feel? Do you feel like, hey, I can race with these guys? I can race with the top guys?
right. Yeah. So at that point, I realized I had a fast hot rod. I kept thinking all year, I was like, man, my car's so dang slow. Why is this thing laboring at the end? And just didn't feel fast to me. But I guess I'd gotten used to the car, and we were just making laps in it over and over and over. And I had some of the best there is in the business behind me on the car, and they kept pushing the car and pushing it, and they kept telling me, "No, you're going fast. I promise." I'm like, "No, I'm not." But obviously they were. I let Kai beat me there in Colorado, and I slept on the light. That's my fault. But no, I'm just kidding. He had a faster hot rod there. He beat me. So truly beat me.
Yeah.
That was all him. So
Yeah,
but
nice.
no, going out there though, the to those first 3 races and then going to a final like that, it really brings it to perspective on how much effort you put into your program to make everything work, and to see the reward from that is amazing.
Yeah. Oh, I can only imagine, man. And overall, individually, you finished 10th in the points. which was crazy to me because you only raced in 9 actual invitational races.
That's
So you really
right.
kicked a lot. You really kicked a lot of ass in those in those 9 races, man. So overall, how did you feel you did individually, and how you finished the season? Like, did you meet all the goals you set? I would imagine you did.
Yeah.
Overall, how did you think you did?
So overall, I would say I was very happy with my success this last season. We met all my personal goals that I had set, and some that I had set that were like out of this world, like a dream deal. Made those goals, and but I also, like I said earlier, I learned a ton, and that's going to change the whole perspective for it for this year, moving into things. I think it'll bring us in, and we'll be able to be faster and more consistently faster, and knowing who I need to contact for what problems now, and what's going on with
Nice.
the car, then we'll be golden. But no, overall, I was very satisfied with how we did as a whole, and me personally. Yeah, I got in the wall a couple times, but that's just because I'm trying hard, you know. So,
For
um,
sure.
but it is what it is. The hot rod's back looking good again. Baker's Body Works, they got me fixed up, and Jerome Settle's got me airbrushed up. So they did great. So
I would say that
um,
at the end, towards the end of the year there, the tape job you guys did on the front end, man, you and the whole side of the car, you guys, it looked brand new. It was a pretty good job. Pretty good, pretty good
yeah,
duct tape job.
that was killing me to have that car look like that, especially how beautiful it was when I started the season, and then I mean, at the end of the day, though, the chassis is still perfect on it, and it was just
Yeah,
cosmetic, but it looked like a wore down race car. So, but you gotta
it
you
was
gotta be
awesome to
hard
see.
on them. Yeah, you gotta be
Yeah,
hard on them if you want to compete, though. You really truly do. So
yeah, yeah. It
you
was
gotta
cool to
lean on
see,
your
man.
stuff. I'm definitely not afraid to scatter a motor. That's for sure.
For sure. So individually, looking back, is there anything specifically that you would have done differently at any point in the season?
Yeah, they're individually. I would have probably not um, been as free spoken, and I would have worked on the tree a little bit better than what I was. I've only been red once in my life, and that was against Odom, and I didn't want to ever do that again. So I kept being laid on the tree in fear of going red, which cost
Yeah,
me a few races, I'm pretty sure. So,
yeah.
but just work on that. Other than that, we're not making a whole lot of changes to the car um, unless the rules come out and there's some stuff going on that we need to change. But there's some other miscellaneous parts in my shop right now that could be put on there at any given point. So it is what it is. Daddy Dave, can I post this? Oh my gosh, the selfies I took on his cell phone when he was in the lanes. Sure, Dave, why not?
Nice.
Come on with
Yeah.
it.
Post them, Dave. Post them up. We want to see them.
Yeah, let's
Um,
see it.
so let's talk about the team competition, Clay. Obviously, this was the first for No Prep Kings. We're not doing it again this year, but um, so you were on Kai's team most of the time that you were racing. How was it to be on Kai's team, and were you part of the decisions made? I mean, just how was the team? How was the the atmosphere on Kai's team?
No, so it was very they were very welcoming. They brought me right in, treated me just like one of the others on the team, and just a great group of guys and gal to race with, and just great. I mean, it was a good experience overall. I wasn't really involved in any of the decision making. It came down to, hey, we may trade you. I was like, hey, that's on you guys. I'll, I've got a hurt motor over here. I've got stuff to maybe put it back together in the trailer. I don't know. So that's up to
Oh,
you. They made their decision to trade because they thought I was hurt. I ended up putting the motor together and then going to the semifinals against Ryan in Alabama. So I
yeah,
think they kind of regretted that decision a little bit after that fact. Then we go to the finals in Texas. So
yeah. Then you went to the
uh,
finals. Yeah,
yeah, so I think they regretted that a little bit. I don't know for sure. Nobody's ever said yay or nay, but no, it was great to race with them. It was good to race with Dave as well. Whenever we got traded, Dave was very welcoming as well, and got to race with Paige and everybody. It was fantastic. So
Yeah, I
overall,
would.
I think the team perspective to me was cool. I thought it showed a sense of camaraderie with everybody that you were with on your team, and everybody was doing everything they could to make sure they went rounds and help them in any way possible. Like Kai stayed up all night with me, putting my car back together at Dragway 42, and then I beat him first round. After that night, I don't think he'll ever let me live that down. So, but it was fun. I don't think he thought I was going to try to make a full pass. I think he thought I was going to try to 60-foot it, but we made a lick
Nice.
though. It went
Yeah, hell
fast.
yeah. So that's the I guess I didn't know that, or maybe the TV or the internet didn't portray that as, but so that how Kai explained to you why he was might trade you, is because he didn't know like the status if you were even going to be able to get your motor back together and race the next race.
Yeah, so I told him we were going to try some try some stuff and see what happened. And I don't think they wanted to gamble on that at that point. It was a team championship decision for them. And I walked away. I said, "Hey, man, we're all friends here, and whatever decision you guys make isn't going to hurt my feelings or bend me out of shape in any way, shape, or form. So you do what you do." And they decided to trade me. And at the end of the day, it was not a good decision for them, but um, nobody could tell. I could have went out there that next round and slung the rods out of it. So
For sure. For sure. Yeah, because when you got traded, Clay, I didn't know there. I knew there had to maybe be a backstory or something, but I was like, I looked at him like I was like, statistically, this is probably not the greatest trade ever that Kai should be doing right now. And I think I texted him too, something about, like, I don't know about this trade or something like that, but it was I was surprised by it, to say the least, because man, the stats, what you were doing from when you got to Tulsa and started the rest of the season, man, you were killing it. So
right, yeah. No, I felt like once we got brought up into the invitational, it pushed us to be more than what we were already, and to be better than what we were. So every weekend that was possible to race and do better and make test laps at whatever track we were at, we were doing it, and trying to get better off of all the data we could.
yeah. Overall, did you like the team concept? I know that they're not going to do it again this year, but as far as no prep teams goes and the team stuff, did you like it, or are you happy that it's going to individuals this year?
My first year, obviously, but I liked it. But I mean, I like the camaraderie of that kind of stuff. I also like being able to come out there with just my car and go up there and draw chips and lay the smack down too. So, or or take a smack down, whichever. I'm not afraid of either one. So I can't hear you now, brother. I don't know what happened to you.
I'm here. Sorry. I swear, Clay, I don't. It's maybe we're just not. Maybe we're not meant to do a live feed together.
All right, we talked about this earlier. Yeah, we're like, oh, it'll be good. There's nothing going on now. No weather, no nothing. It'll be great. No technical difficulties.
Every time we get together, there's always technical difficulties. I don't know what's going on. This is a new one for me too here. But I was gonna say, so I always do like a little stat thing. I've been doing a stat thing, stats that maybe you might not know, since I've been started by doing my shows. And with people coming on more and more, I just don't really have any new stats to give them. But I do have a stat for you, Clay, which was, when I was looking today, it impressed me. So you finished 10th in the points for Invitational, but you were actually third place in win percentage amongst everybody.
Third place.
Only Ryan and Kai had a better win percentage than you on the season. So
that's pretty admirable right there, bud.
Hell yeah. I think that was hell yeah.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah, that was a good one. I thought it was a good one for you. If you want, Clay, there's some people in here. I saw a couple of questions. If you want, we'll take a couple of questions from the people watching, if you'd like. There was one, and I didn't know this, and I should know these kind of things, but Someone asked about Slinky working for you. Is that a true thing?
Yeah, so Slinky came to work for me for my business, and he's got a no compete with Justin, so he's not going to be able to race with us um, because of that no compete with Justin, which I understand that logistics side of it. I do, um, but Slinky's doing great here for me for the company, and we'll continue to have him here. I don't know. I'm sure he's going to come to some races. He's just not able to help me. You know what I mean? So unless him and Justin resolve that, then that's just the way it's got to be, unfortunately.
Okay. I mean, that's cool, man. So I'm guessing did you know of Slinky before the season, or did you just meet him through racing?
Yes. So I met Slinky actually when the car was being built a long time ago. We went over to, I met Justin and Slinky was there, and just a fun person to be around, just always making you laugh and have a good time. And went to dinner and just hung out, you know. And we stayed in contact, and he saw the car getting done, and always was very positive and encouraging me to do stuff and do better with the car. So you know, we just stayed friends, and um, I I don't think anything bad was happening. He was just looking for a change in his life as far as work, and wanted to come up here and work and better himself. So that's what happened there.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah, you can't blame a guy for bettering himself or trying to.
No, definitely not. I met Slinky. I talked to him at a couple of races. He's such a he's such a nice, cool dude. So that's
Yeah.
cool. That's cool.
Yeah, no, he's a good one. He's doing real well for the company too. So super proud of him.
Awesome. If you look back, Clay, what was probably your most memorable moment of the season?
Oh my goodness. Most memorable moment of the season. Probably the night of the trade. Um, going into that meeting, knowing that I had a hot rod and knowing that they had just traded me. And there was nothing they could do about it. That was probably the most memorable. And then I go to the semifinals because I knew my car was going to run. It was going to be fast. So it's like, oh, okay, this is awesome. So, but I mean, they'd already made the trade. The deal was done. There was nothing could be done about it. So, but no, I'm super stoked for season 7, no doubt. Street Outlaws it's been a life changing deal for me. We approached this to to further our racing career per se. We've done really well racing other classes here locally, and I wanted to compete against the best in the world. So $3 was where it was at, bud.
Hell yeah. I know you're obviously not new to drag racing. And there might have been some new tracks you probably maybe never raced at before this year. What was your favorite track to race at this season?
I gotta say that was probably Bandamere, just for the simple fact of how cool it was there, and track owner, really super awesome people. I mean, everywhere we went was great, but that's the most memorable for me is Bandamere, just because of the location and the wow factor.
Yeah, no, that place was sweet. Um, so Brian Henry has a question. It says, "What was the hardest obstacles to overcome to race in No Prep Kings?"
Ooh, hardest obstacles. I'm gonna say the logistics side of it is super tough if you're trying to balance family and work and everything else, then it's super, super tough to do that. But you pretty much live on the road unless in my situation, I own my business. So I'd fly home, work for 3 or 4 days, and then fly back out to make enough money to race the next weekend. But the other part of that is you had to test the car to make sure that you're going to be fast enough to even compete with guys so you don't waste $25,000 or whatever it is, whatever it
Yeah.
costs that weekend. So a lot of testing, but I would say the biggest obstacle would be getting your combination dialed in is what I would say to make sure you're getting the most out of it.
Ryan Denmark has a question. It says, "What's one thing you would like to see different with NPK for the upcoming year?"
Oh goodness, that's a good one. I like the instant green. I don't know. What do you think? What would you like to see different? There's not much
Well,
I would really change.
speaking of the instant green, now every year there's. Oh, I just lost Clay now. See, look at this. Every year there's. Oh wait, must have got a call. Now I can't hear you. Nope. Did you get a call? Yeah, it might not be registered that you have your because you probably have a Bluetooth in right now, right? But look at that. We might have just messed it all up again, Clay. Yeah. I can't do anything from my end. I think you got to click on your phone, go to like where the Bluetooth is. Oh, Dave sent me a picture, by the way. That's what was coming through. I got a picture to post while you try to figure out. Let's see if I can save this or something. Please. I did get some pictures from Dave. I just gotta load them up here. How's that volume coming on? I still can't hear you. How about this one? This is a nice one. We'll post it up. So you took those pictures while Dave was on Dave's phone while he was in the staging lanes, huh? And I can't hear you at all. Shit. Why don't you leave and come back in once, Clay? Apologize. This is what happens when you go live sometimes. Shit just doesn't work. But this is nothing too new. It happens every once in a while. And it happens now both times with Clay. While he's waiting, here we go. Let's see if we can get him back in here. Waiting. Clay, I can hear you, man.
How about it? You got me now?
I got you, man.
Now. Okay, good.
So I don't know. Did you see that picture I posted there that Dave sent me?
Oh my gosh! Oh, Dave.
So you took. So you were on his. So what happened was he was in the staging lanes and you grabbed his phone and you started taking selfies with it.
Yeah, he's belted in the car. I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to grab his phone. He's got all his draggy slips. I'm going to look at them, see what his car's running. I never would have thought that car went 367 in my life. That's crazy. 367, 205. That's insane. But hey, whatever.
That's awesome.
But he got a couple good selfies out of the deal. I got some data, but now everybody knows Dave. How about that, bud?
Wow. I thought there might be some. Holy man, I didn't know. Wow, that's crazy. 367. Yeah. Jeez, damn, Dave. 205. Wow.
That was a slow one too. That was a slow pass. Yeah.
Sorry, I got distracted. I didn't see if there was any more. Someone wanted to know if you know sign language. They were trying to help you out.
Yeah.
We couldn't hear you.
Peace. That's all I
know. Someone asked about your what was it now? Now it's gone. Your business. What exactly you do for your business?
I own a small, very, very, very small excavation and trucking business. So That's what we do for a living, and then we also work on diesels. We got a diesel repair shop. Now that's a pretty good size shop. So yeah,
Nice.
yep, a little bit of
So you race and
everything.
then get back home Monday or Sunday, I should say, probably, and
Sunday.
work all week and do it all over again, huh?
Work all week, and then get ready to go racing again and work on a race car all weekend.
Man, that's the grind right there. Holy shit.
Wouldn't change it for the world, man. Wouldn't change it.
Nice. I don't see too many more. I know there's a lot of Chris Michael's been in here talking. Steppy's in here.
What's up, guys? What are you guys doing? Those guys are good people. Everybody's good people, man. I didn't run across any of them bad. So I don't even know.
Me
how to
too,
get
man.
to the,
Honestly,
to
like I couldn't even tell you, like to be truthful, I couldn't even say like, hey, I don't really like this guy. Like everybody's so nice, really. I know obviously you have a different aspect of it because you're competing with them. You know what I mean? Everybody's pretty cutthroat when it comes to competing, but
right, yeah.
and you were
They're saying we look alike, bro. They're saying
who looks alike?
Me and you.
We do?
That's what they're saying. Brian Renner. Brian Renner says we look alike, bro.
I mean, must be two good-looking guys then, because
that's right. Yeah.
There you go. Sam Howard says, I don't know you made the finals at Ennis. Does that matter for this year?
No, sorry. Justin Swanstrom beat me. That race, he did beat me. I don't know that we would have had anything for him. They had that thing on keel that weekend, so there was nothing much we could do. He just simply outran me. That's what happens when you got a better race car. You get outran. So we'll recover from that and be better. And he better be ready next time. Is all I got to say.
Yeah. Speaking of the devil, he just got in the chat. I just posted on there.
Great.
Says ask him who has the fastest car out of CJ Race Car Shop.
Oh my gosh. Well, other than Texas, I would say me, bud. He knows that too. He knows that.
I'm usually good at bringing up the head-to-head for Justin. I could probably figure out the head-to-head for you guys for the year if you wanted. If you wanted to let him know.
We've only raced once. That was in Texas.
That was it. Oh, really? That was the only one, huh?
Yeah. Man, I wanted to race him a bunch, so I could say that right there. That's the number one stat I wanted to say right there. I had the fastest car out of Cameron's shop, but he's built a couple other cars that are probably going to be pretty fast this year. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Someone wanted to know, who is your favorite competitor that you have become friends with since joining No Prep Kings?
Man, I don't know. I've probably spoken the most with Kai, I would say. No, actually, I'm sorry. I became really good friends with Nate too, Nate Saylor. So Paige. Oh my gosh, yeah, Paige. I talk to them every single day, so they became normal friends. Yeah, Paige is like Paige and her man, little Johnny. We became like super good friends. So I talk to them every single day. It's they're good friends for sure. Good people to be around too.
Nice. Yeah, I was gonna say I saw you I think you were on a live feed not too long ago with Paige, I believe.
Yeah,
I saw that. Yeah, check that out for a little while.
Yeah, the individual thing is going to be. I don't know which name's first, Coughlin or Cole. Cole Coughlin or Coughlin Cole. Coughlin Cole Racing or Cole Coughlin Racing. One of the two. So CCR either way, huh? CCR either way. There we go.
There you go. Yeah, nice. Yeah. Joe Piercy wants to know if you're an LS guy for your normal fun cars.
Oh, come on. I got big block Chevys. I mean,
there you have the answer.
I'm not nothing against I don't got nothing against an LS, I suppose, but you can't beat the torque a big block Chevy makes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of hard to outbeat that. So
I'm with you, buddy. Big block all the way. Someone just said.
That's right, 100%.
Well, hey Clay. First off, I appreciate you coming on again. I apologize that we had technical difficulties.
It's
It was better than last time. It was better. I'll give you that. It was definitely better, but we still had some technical difficulties. I had my phone on Do Not Disturb, and I was still getting phone calls. So now I got to figure out something new about that, which that's never come across before. So every time I have you on, Clay, I learn something new about technology. I guess that's a positive about
There you
it.
go. Every pass I make in the car, I learn something new. Every time we're on a live, you learn something new. So,
Hell yeah.
hey, I want to say thank you for this award though. Like this thing is.
Oh yeah, of course,
legit.
man. Yeah, you
So,
earned it, man.
Man, this is the most expensive gift I've ever been given. So
It wasn't that expensive.
well, I don't know how much it costs.
I feel bad for you, Clay. Now you said that, I feel bad.
Oh, quit it! Yeah, stop it. But no, this is legit. It's my first Street Outlaws award, and I appreciate that very much. I hope it's
Hell yeah,
there's
man.
many more to come. I need some trophies to set beside is what I need, and I'm gonna
Yeah,
give me some of them this year. Yeah, I'm gonna give me some of them this year for sure.
Hell yeah, man. Well, again, I appreciate you. When I come to the races and talk to you, man, you're always so nice to me. So I appreciate that for sure, man. I wish you the best of luck this year. I will see you for sure at the first race in Maple Grove. Yeah, it's gonna be a great season, man. I'm excited to see it.
Perfect. Have a good night. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Clay.